Hola mi gente, welcome back to the channel. On this video, we are going to go over why crypto.com coin dropped so much today. On the day, it dropped negative 8.76%. Is this cryptocurrency about to crash? Well, I'm going to give you my overall opinions in this video. Now, the bottom line on why this cryptocurrency and so many other cryptocurrencies and stocks dropped so much today is because of the news that we got from the Federal Reserve. The meeting minutes from the last meeting were released today, and in those minutes, we can see that the Fed is looking to raise rates faster and they're looking to be more aggressive. So a very likely scenario is that come March, we could see earlier rate hikes and they can be more aggressive than originally thought. And this could have a huge impact to the cryptocurrency markets and other markets as well. We're going to dive into why on this video. But it's very important to understand how the market reacted to this news because that's a huge signal in itself. We saw all coins dropped. Crypto.com coin dropped a bunch, like I said, negative 8.76%. We also saw the global crypto market cap drop 6.2% on the day. We saw the NASDAQ drop 3.34%, and we saw the Dow Jones Industrial Average drop 1%. The reason why it's important to understand that is because what's in the NASDAQ? Well, the NASDAQ is tech heavy. There's a lot of tech companies in the NASDAQ. What's in the cryptocurrency market? Well, all cryptocurrencies. And what's in the Dow Jones Index? Well, it's typically more defensive and cyclical and slower growth companies. And the fact that that only dropped 1% while we saw a huge drop in the NASDAQ and cryptocurrency market shows me that off of this news, there's money being pulled away from more risky investments like tech growth stocks and cryptocurrencies. And that makes complete sense given the news that we received today from the Federal Reserve. Now, before we go over why that news makes sense, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. I provided you the reasons up front. Now we're going to dig into more detail. Now, like I said, raising rates and having a more aggressive tightening stance from the Federal Reserve can lead to a risk-off environment. The reason being is because they are going to be pumping the brakes in their spending, and they are going to try to pump the brakes on the economy as well to try to tackle inflation, or at least get it under control. Now, it's very important to understand what happens when the Federal Reserve raises rates. Typically what happens is you're going to see an increase in yields in bonds. And essentially what this does, it creates a system where fixed assets actually have more alpha. You get more returns out of them. For the last couple of years, you haven't gotten any returns. The market has been a TINA market, as in there is no alternative. Stocks and cryptos were the only way you were going to get any kind of returns out of your money because bonds were junk, the Federal Reserve was yielding no interest, and real rates of returns are negative. So essentially what that creates is a market where money will move to less risky investments because they give you some kind of yield, and sentiment could change to a more risk-off environment. And in a risk-off environment, the assets that are going to perform the worst are your more speculative plays. Cryptocurrency is a speculative investment. It doesn't have anything supporting it outside of sentiment and the potential for the future, aka very speculative. Some of your growth stocks as well that trade at massive multiples are not profitable, have no earnings. They are also very speculative. And that's why we saw the cryptocurrency market drop so much off of this news. And that's why we saw the NASDAQ drop more than the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Take into consideration all of this and what is likely to happen in the upcoming year. It is my personal opinion that cryptocurrencies are due for a rocky 2022. They've had a monster 2021. Gains have been phenomenal across the board in so many cryptocurrencies that it wouldn't be unrealistic to see a rocky 2022. Does this mean that you sell everything and you just wait it out? No, because things can change just like that. And it's very hard to predict what's going to happen in the future. You can only be realistic. You can try to understand what could happen, what's a possibility, and prepare for that possibility. But you always want to have skin in the game, in my personal opinion. Now is not a time to be selling, but it's to cool off on the buying, maybe get out of some of your trades and only keep your long-term investments. Save up that capital so that if we do see a drop, you're able to buy it and ride that wave. Because at the end of the day, if you're a long-term investor, growth is always going to matter. So some of these tech stocks that are down but are growing phenomenally, have a great product and are a great business, they will recover in the long term. And some of these cryptocurrency projects, if they are the real deal and they actually get utilized, well, then they can prosper as well. And I do think that crypto.com coin has lots of potential long term, but it's not unrealistic to think that we could see a huge drop in 2022. But anyways, that wraps it up for this video. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by joining the Patreon. A link is provided down below. It's $5 a month. It gives you access to a private Discord server. It gives you access to valuation spreadsheets. It gives you access to meetups, and also lets you know what stocks I'm buying and selling. In addition to that, if you want 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, use the exclusive promotional link down below via the partnership that I have with WEBULL. It's in the video description. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and smash that like button. I'll see you all on the next video. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya!